Hey, this is Mark Washington from MTC Media with your Virginia, North Carolina preview. Now, the Cavaliers coming to this important home game against the Tar Heels, coming off of a 75-41 loss to Virginia Tech. Their in-state rivals. It was definitely as ugly as the score. Virginia has lost 2 of their last 3 games, but luckily for them, they're still in 3rd place. They're 2 games behind both Duke and North Carolina, so they still have a puncher's chance to win the ACC regular season, especially when you consider they play both of them, North Carolina at home. They travel to Durham next week, and then the other 2 games they have at Boston College and home to Georgia Tech. So when we look at the keys against Carolina, we're going to start off with turnovers, specifically meaning Virginia turning over Elliot Cadeau. The freshman point guard has gotten much better for North Carolina as the season has gone on. But if you look at 2 of his last 3 games, he's had 5 turnovers in each. The Virginia Tech game was particularly damning when you consider he only played 23 minutes and he had 5 turnovers. So that could force Hubert Davis's hand when you consider this. If they turn Cadeau into a decision maker, that can slow him down. Now the decision making comes into play. Now, you can say, well, they can flip the ball over to R.J. Davis. If they put the ball in majority of R.J. Davis to run the offense, to facilitate, to get guys like Harrison Ingram involved, that takes away from his offensive efficiency, something that North Carolina has really enjoyed him having with having Cadeau in the lineup with them, a true primary ball handler, allowing R.J. Davis to have more off-ball minutes. So even if North Carolina is forced to move R.J. Davis to being a primary ball handler for the majority of the game, that's still a win for UVA. Containing Bacot. For a stretch of the season, it looked like North Carolina's offense had forgotten Bacot, or at least didn't make him the centerpiece. And then there was reports that came out that Bacot kind of made a comment about it. Him and Hubert Davis spoke about it, and Hubert Davis reassured him, oh, no. The ball is going to go through you, even though you're not touching it as much as you have in the last couple of years. No, we're going to go back to reemphasizing that. And it's been a 5-game stretch for Bacot where he scored over 20 points in 4 of them, and he is crushing it from the field. In those 5 games, he is 38 for 58 from the floor. That is absolutely positively as efficient can come. How does Virginia kind of calm that down, kind of damper it a little bit? That's where Blake Buchanan comes in off of the bench. He doesn't have to play 20, 24 minutes. Not saying that, but whatever minutes he gets, whether it's 12 or 14 for Tony Bennett, those minutes have to be productive, and productive in a way of not letting Bacot get in deep. Do your work early. Don't let Bacot on the boards to get those multiple possessions in a possession that North Carolina gets because of Bacot's offensive rebounding. It's those things, holding down the fort. It's nothing flashy. Heck, probably a lot of it doesn't show up in your typical box score. But those things in 12 or 14 minutes for Blake Buchanan can help Virginia really guard and limit the effectiveness of Armando Bacot. And last but not least, Cavaliers' offensive efficiency. Virginia is 276th in the country in 2-point percentage, 261st in the country in offensive rebound percentage. Teams have been guarding. I saw Wake do this. They are really staying in McNeely's hip through all of the ball screen actions, the off the ball screen actions, driving him inside the 3-point line. And McNeely has scored doing that. The young man can score doing that. But how Virginia's offense is constructed and how their distribution of points tend to fall, they do need McNeely to hit those threes. So if North Carolina follows suit, then Virginia has to break a couple of tendencies. They have to be able to make twos. Beyond Reese Beekman, they got to be able to make 2-point shots. And also, they're going to have 1 or 2 guys, Jake Groves or Andrew Rohde, make some shots and make North Carolina respect them. And if they can do that, then North Carolina has to spread the floor. They have to take some attention away from some of your other main guys, which can make them even better. So as Barkley and Shaq like to say, the others. Virginia, if they want to break those tendencies, need to have some contribution from the others. This is Mark Washington for MTC Media with your UVA